In today's lesson we're going to work out the volume of cylinders. A cylinder is simply a prism which has a circular cross-section. We can therefore say that the volume of our cylinder is simply the area of this circular cross-section times by its length. Looking at this first example, I can begin by saying that my cross-section has a radius of 6 centimeters and therefore a diameter of 12. The radius, the length that's given, is the distance from the centre of my circle to the outside. The diameter is the distance from one side of the circle to the other, passing through the centre. So we know the diameter is always twice the radius. We know that the area of a circle is always given by pi times the radius squared. So we can work out the area of our cross section by doing pi times by our radius, which is 6, squared. We're going to need to use our calculator to work this out. So I can get my calculator. I need to press shift and my pi button times by 6 squared. Press my equals button and convert to a decimal, which gives me a cross-sectional area of 113.1 to 1 decimal place. From this, I can work out the volume. The volume is going to be the area of my cross-section, which was 113.1, times by the length of my cylinder, which is 10 centimeters. Now I think it's important to note that the 113.1 centimeters squared was rounded, and so it's important we use the value that's in our calculator to make sure we don't lose any accuracy. So I'm going to take this answer here, which is my cross section, from my calculator and times it by 10. When I round to 1 decimal place, this gives me 1131.0 to 1 decimal place. So therefore I can say my volume is 1131.0 centimeters cubed. I'm going to follow the same process for this second example. So starting off looking at the circular cross section, I can say this time I'm given the diameter, which is 10 centimeters. That therefore means that my radius is going to be half of that, which is 5 centimeters. I can now work out the area of the circular face. So my cross section is going to be pi times by my radius of 5 squared. I can use my calculator to work this out. I'm going to press shift and my pi button times by 5 squared, and converting this answer to a decimal I get 78.5. That therefore means that my cross section is equal to 78.5 centimeters squared. From here I can say that my volume is going to be equal to the cross section, 78.5, times by the length of my cylinder, which is 12. Again, I can use my calculator to work this out. To make sure I don't lose any accuracy, I'm going to use this answer that's in my calculator instead of my rounded one. I'm going to times this by 12, convert to a decimal, and that gives me an answer of 942.5 to 1 decimal place. That means my volume is 942.5 centimeters cubed. Your first task for today is to complete this structured worksheet. The first example has been done for you. Be careful to think about whether you're given the radius or diameter of the circular face in each question. So firstly, label your diagram. Next, work out the area of the cross section, and then finish by using this to work out the volume of the cylinder. Once you've finished this, you can check your answers against those that are uploaded to show my homework. You should only move on to the next part of the video if you've fully understood this section of work. So your final task is to work out the volume of all of the cylinders that are displayed on the screen right now. Again, Take the time to consider whether you're given the radius or diameter of the circular face. Once you've done all of this, again you can check your answers against those that are uploaded to Show My Homework. Once you're happy that you've understood it all, please take a photo and submit it to Show My Homework so I can see how you've got on. If you are struggling to complete some of the work from today's lesson, then please do not hesitate to get in touch via comment on Show My Homework. I'll try to make myself as available as possible and get a reply to you as quickly as I can. If the issue requires a little bit more input from myself, I might ask to arrange a time to meet on Teams where I can give you some personalised help with that specific problem.